Chapter 4, Financial Statements and Reporting Entity, Underlying Assumptions. What is the general objective of financial statements? A. To provide information about economic resources of an entity, claims against the entity, and changes in the economic resources and claims. Letter B. To assess future cash flows to the entity. Letter C. To assess management stewardship. And letter D. To satisfy the information needs of primary users. The answer is letter A. To provide information about economic resources of an entity, claims against the entity, and changes in the economic resources and claims. A reporting entity is letter A. Necessarily a legal entity. Letter B. Necessarily an economic entity. Letter C. An entity that is required or chooses to prepare financial statements. And letter D. A regulatory government authority. So, ang answer is letter C. An entity that is required or chooses to prepare financial statements. A reporting entity, letter A, can be a single entity. Letter B can be a portion of a single entity. Letter C can comprise more than one entity. And letter D, all of these can be considered a reporting entity. So, ang answer is letter D. All of these can be considered a reporting entity. If the reporting entity comprises both the parent and its subsidiaries, the financial statements are referred to as letter A. Consolidated financial statements. Letter B. Unconsolidated financial statements. Letter C. Combined financial statements. Letter D. Separate financial statements. So, kapag parent and its subsidiaries, ang tawag doon ay consolidated financial statements. Kapag kasi sinabi nating unconsolidated, parent lang yon. Okay? So, consolidated, parent, and subsidiaries. Ang unconsolidated, parent lang. While yung combined, two or more entities that are not linked by a parent and subsidiary relationship. So, kaya ang answer ay letter A. Combined financial statements provide information about letter A, the parent and its subsidiaries. Letter B, the parent. Letter C, the subsidiaries. Letter D, two or more entities without a parent-subsidiary relationship. So, answer is letter D. Two or more entities without a parent-subsidiary relationship. Kasi pag parent and its subsidiaries, consolidated financial statement yon. Pag parent lang, yun naman ay unconsolidated financial statement. So, kaya ang answer ay letter D, two or more entities without a parent-subsidiary relationship. Which best describes the term going concern? Letter A, when current liabilities exceed current assets. Letter B, the ability of the entity to continue in operation for the foreseeable future. Letter C, the potential to contribute to the flow of cash and cash equivalents to the entity. And letter D, the expenses exceed income. So, letter B, the ability of the entity to continue in operation for the foreseeable future. The relatively stable economic, political, and social environment supports letter A, conservatism, letter B, materiality, letter C, timeliness, and letter D, going concern. So, ang answer ay letter D, going concern. Next, which of the following is not a basic assumption underlying financial accounting? So, letter A, economic entity assumption. Letter B, going concern assumption. Letter C, periodicity assumption. Letter D, historical cause assumption. So, ang answer ay letter D, historical cause assumption. So, sabi dyan, ano daw yung hindi kasama, diba, sa assumption? Actually, isa lang yung underlying assumption natin, yung going concern. But, nakasabi nga, implicit na dun yung tatlong basic assumptions or yung fundamental concepts. Yung entity assumption, periodicity assumption, and yung last ay stable monetary unit concept or assumption. Kaya ang answer ay letter D kasi ang tinatanong ay not a basic assumption. Which basic assumption may not be followed when an entity in bankruptcy reports financial results? Letter A, economic entity assumption. Letter B, going concern assumption. Letter C, periodicity assumption. And letter D, monetary unit assumption. So, paano kapag bankrupt na yung isang entity? So, ano yung hindi na masusunod ng entity? So, ang answer is letter B, going concern assumption. So, since sabi natin, di ba, continuity yung going concern. So, since bankrupt na yung entity, pwede nang hindi mag-continue yung operation ng isang entity. So, mawawala yung going concern assumption. The economic entity assumption, letter A, is inapplicable to unincorporated businesses. Letter B, recognizable the legal aspects of business organizations. Letter C, requires periodic income measurement. Letter D, is applicable to all forms of business organizations. So, ang answer ay letter D, is applicable to all forms of business organizations. So, kahit na anong form yung business organization or yung entity, so, sinusunod natin, no, ina-apply natin yung economic entity assumption or ito yung entity concept. Which underlying assumption serves as the basis for preparing financial statements at artificial points in time? Letter A, accounting entity. Letter B, going concern. Letter C, accounting period. Or letter D, stable monetary unit. So, ang answer ay letter C, accounting period, or ito yung tinatawag nating periodicity. Which basic accounting assumption is threatened by the existence of severe inflation in the economy? Letter A, monetary unit assumption. Letter B, periodicity assumption. Letter C, going concern assumption. And letter D, economic entity assumption. So, ang answer ay letter A, monetary unit assumption. Or ito yung sinatawag nating stable monetary unit concept. Next, inflation is ignored in accounting due to letter A, economic entity assumption. Letter B, going concern assumption. Letter C, monetary unit assumption. And letter D, time period assumption. So, yung inflation or and deflation, so, ini-ignore natin yan. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na letter C, monetary unit assumption. Or yung stable monetary unit concept. What is the accounting concept that justifies the usage of accruals and deferrals? Letter A, going concern. Letter B, materiality. Letter C, consistency. And letter D, stable monetary unit. So, ang answer ay letter A, going concern. Kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng mga accruals and deferrals. So, ang ina-assume natin ay magkukontinue yung operation pa rin ng entity. So, kaya letter A, going concern.